Bonjour, a français de base, as we call it, core French. Today we're going to look at what tool to use when, part one. So we're going to look at one of the common tools that people use, students use, adults use when they are writing in French. So some of the tools we will be looking at in the next bit include Google Translate, Word Reference, and Bon Patron. Starting off firstly with Google Translate. This one probably needs the least introduction of all because people seem to like it and people seem to use it a lot. When you open up, it looks something like this. And so you have or you type in here, and you would type in perhaps a word that you forget. So let's say I want to write down horseback riding. For people who do this, it's a great word. They learn how to say it, but it is tricky to remember how to spell. So horseback riding, over here I type it in, and usually it actually knows which language I'm using, which it did here, and you find your matching language over here. If it doesn't pop up like French did there, you would click down there, you see a lot of different languages, and you'd find French, which is the one that we're using. So you'd see the word there, équitation, and hopefully, if this is a word you've used, you'd go, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. Oh, and this reminds me how to spell it. Awesome. One other feature is if you want to know how to pronounce things, if you see the little, I guess it's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Speaker, a little speaker sound there, you can click on it, and you can hear the word.
Équitation.
Sometimes it's in different areas on the screen, but that can help you learn how to pronounce it. So, équitation. So it's very useful for hearing the correct pronunciation, and also for reminding you of simple words. However, you want to, sometimes people will go a step further and write a full sentence. So I went horseback riding. And if this is something that you do, you know that normally we would say j'ai fait de l'équitation. Well, it's changed it completely here. Je suis allé à cheval. Not that that's incorrect, but it's not a familiar way to say it. And if you write that or speak that way, people in your class are going to say, that's not the expression that you've used before, and they may not understand it. So just be careful about that. Use it selectively. Don't forget everything that you already know. And use it use it to help you, not to give you an overall answer. Another way that people use Google Translate, which is not very helpful, is they will look up something big. Let's say, for example, the bald eagle. They want to find out some facts about the bald eagle. So you open it up and you want to find out something about the bald eagle. So let's say, I don't know, let's go over here. Bald eagle. Let's just copy this. Let's say you want to be really impressive. You want to tell me a lot that you know about the bald eagle. So you're just going to do a copy. Because Madame's not going to figure this out, is she? That I didn't write this. Anyway, we will do a paste there. And look at this. Ooh, and now I suddenly have a brilliant big sentence over here in French, which I really wouldn't be able to write. If I wanted to look up bald eagle, that's great. I would find l'aigle à tête blanche. Super. But all of the rest of this here, if you write that down, you're not probably going to be able to pronounce it all, even if you do listen to this thing, the speaker down here. But if you read this to your class or write it for your class to read, they are not going to understand all of those words. I'm probably not going to understand all of those words necessarily. And if I need to use Google Translate to figure out what you Google Translated, it's kind of defeating the purpose. So really use it selectively. Use it for little bits. Use it for the listening because that can be helpful. But besides that, don't use it too much. That would be calling maybe abusing it. So anyway, Google Translate, useful tool. And we're going to learn a few more of these, though. Oops, we want to get on with the end. So Google Translate, yep, use it. Don't use it too much, though. There's lots of tools. Choose wisely.